Okay, so so like I said, let's discuss the first 6 rules of beyond the order, 12 more rules of life. So the first rule is do not denigrate, carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievements. Lovers. For those of you who do not know what denigrate means, it means do not belittle or degrade. So the first rule is to not carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievements. So basically what Jordan Peterson is saying in this rule is that the structure that we have right now, social, economical, political, moral structure, whatever that is there in the society right now, it exists for a reason. So just don't disregard it. Even though you feel that it's not right or it's not proper, don't disregard it. So when he says that, he's not saying never criticize, never think that these are not right or these are not proper sense. What Peterson is saying is that give it a little thought before you think that give it a little thought. Think about why it existed in the first place and how it helps the society or the person or the institution, and how it is helping right now, or what its role is in the current scenario. Institutions such as the families exist because they're children and people need each other. Then there's schools. Why do schools exist? Schools exist because because the population needs education now. And the knowledge, if knowledge and education is not structured, it will eventually die down. It will get lost a little bit with schools. Then we have laws. Why do laws exist? Why can't I just walk and road nam cross why can't I just cross it? Why do I have to wait for the green light or for the traffic police to say that I can go? Why do I need to cross the zebra crossing lane? All of these things, these are just examples that I'm giving. So all of these things, they have a reason why they exist. So before you think, oh, before you think that, just think about why they exist, is what Dr. Peterson is saying. Because the example, let's say, zebra crossing, zebra crossing. The town zebra crossing in Mangove te gari amchi mendus and all that. You realize that amchi need mindus. The purpose that zebra crossing has to serve is very minimal. Now, just because you realize something like that, just because you found a flaw in the existing structure, don't think that you're wiser or you're better off, that you're superior to the existing structure and people say, is what Jordan Peterson is saying. Because if something has existed for such a long time, it probably has a function, it probably has a value. So try to think about that before you disregard it completely. Before you think that, it's so outdated, it's so outdated, I'm so much smarter than them, I'm so much wiser than them. And he also says not to denigrate the creative achievements. So Jordan Peterson, he talks about how creative endeavors are important in a person's life, in the functioning of the human society, in the progression or perpetuation of humanity, how it's very important, and the impact it has on people's lives. Jordan Peterson discusses it. Then he talks about what happens when we do denigrate the social structures and creative achievements. Denigrate, he does talk about it. He says that you'll just bring chaos over there. Because if a system or a structure doesn't work, then it is replaced by another structure that does work for this time being. Even Botanic schools, people used to write on slate, chalk and slate, and they would wipe it. My upper used to tell me that they used to write on a slate and they would write whatever, then go home, study, and the next day then they would wipe it out. But now that got replaced by books. Now we have laptops, tablets. So even if one structure is not working for this time, it has to be replaced by new structures. And if there's no structure, it will just bring immense chaos in the lives of people. So first chapter now, what he's asking us to do is he's asking us to learn the purpose, the history, the story behind the existing structure and the social, political, functional, moral, whatever structure, any structure, history will know why it exists, for what it exists, and you have try to know that. Then you try and understand how it has helped or impacted on humanity. And once you realize the any function, the purpose of it, try to separate it from corruption. Not corruption as in not necessarily or bribery and corruption, member. Separate it from being corrupted by the thought that, ooh, this no longer works. Ooh, this is useless. Ooh, something better is this is not needed. First you evaluate it, basically you learn why it is there, then you evaluate it, and you once you do that, you improve upon it instead of totally annihilating it, like completely disregard bekotani, member. You try and improve on it. So that is what Jordan Peterson is saying when he says, do not carelessly denigrate social institutions and creative achievements.